Let me thank MoveOn for inviting me to be here with you today. All of you know there are many enormously important issues, including the need for Medicare for all, forgiving student debt and making public colleges and universities tuition-free, raising the minimum wage, criminal justice reform, immigration reform, and addressing the global crisis of climate change, among other issues. But there is one issue out there that does not get the attention that it deserves, a very big idea, and that is the need to stop endless wars and to bring the world together to find diplomatic solutions to international conflict. Today, we are preparing to send soldiers to Afghanistan who were not even born on September 11, 2001. We have spent $5 trillion on the wars that have taken place since, not just in Iraq and Afghanistan, but also in the Saudi-led intervention in Yemen, a horrific war. And now we have some of the same people that got us into the war in Iraq trying to start a military conflict with Iran. We have got to stop endless wars. We have got to cut military spending. Now, recently, I have been attacked because of my opposition to unnecessary wars. I make no apologies as a young man for opposing the war in Vietnam. I make no apologies as a congressman for doing everything that I could to prevent the disastrous war in Iraq. And I am proud right now to have led the effort to get the United States out of an unauthorized, unconstitutional war in Yemen. And let me be absolutely clear, with the Trump administration proposing to send 10,000 troops to confront Iran, I will do everything in my power to stop a war with Iran. It is time to bring our troops home from Afghanistan and Iraq. It is time for Congress to assert its constitutional prerogative and repeal the 2001 and 2002 authorizations that have been used as a blank check to send U.S. troops into harm's way. But it is not enough to just end military interventions. It is time to end the entire policy of endless wars. Using war and militarism as the first and only foreign policy tool has undermined the United States' moral authority, caused allies to question our ability to lead, drained our treasury, and corroded our own democracy. When we end endless wars, we can finally begin to ask ourselves, how do we move toward a global community in which people have decent jobs, adequate food, clean water, education, health care, and the housing that they need? How can we band together as a planet and end the absurdity of the rich and multinational corporations stashing over $21 trillion in offshore bank accounts to avoid paying their fair share of taxes in the United States and around the world? And obviously, how can we bring countries all over the world together, dealing with the existential threat, not only to our country, but the world, of climate change? No one country can solve climate change alone. This is a crisis that calls for international cooperation if we are to leave our children and grandchildren a planet that is healthy and habitable. And here is my dream. You want a big idea? Here is a very big idea. that maybe, just maybe, countries around the world today that are spending $1.5 trillion on weapons of destruction to kill each other, maybe we can band together and use that money to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to sustainable energy and energy efficiency and save the planet, and in the process create millions of good-paying jobs. That is my big idea.